for refusing to give him 10,000 naira, which he intended to use to buy illicit drugs. Her body has been deposited in the mortuary. The suspects commanded to police. The police spokesperson in the state said the Commissioner of Police, CP of Okon, ordered for transfer of the suspect from Eleme Police Division to the Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for investigation. In another development, today is the International Day of Families. It is a day set aside by the United Nations to promote awareness of families' issues and increase knowledge of the social, economic, and demographic processes affecting families. However, in Rivers State, the day has been marked by a tragic incident in Eleme where a man killed his mother in a horrific act, among others. While speaking on this, Professor of Development Studies and Director, Center for Gender, University of Port Harcourt, some of the issues affecting the behavioral patterns of the families to press on social media and other external factors.
A lot of families are facing the challenges. Some are still manageable, some are open, and I'm sure that where parents have resources to send children, would have wished that their children be of good character. But then the external influences are some of the things that parents don't actually have control, in spite of the principles, the rules, the guides they've been exposed to at home. Sometimes when they go out there and...
Well, this is demographic trends and families. Moving on, the Bayelsa State government says it will take the Rivers State government to court to reclaim its properties demolished in Port Harcourt. The State Commissioner for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Iso Andrew, said this during an interview on Arise Television. Mr. Andrew said the Rivers State
if notice on Bayelsa State in 2020 because the first notice has been overtaken by that cordiality that has already been served on Rivers State government.
Well, Mr. Andrew described as flimsy the reasons given by the Rivers State government for demolition.
What is that look? That old GRA is actually so disturbing and very unfortunate that a very flimsy excuse will be taken to demolishing government properties. Is there gold mine or crude oil deposit in number 5 and 9 Akasa Street that have warranted Wiki to have rushed to demolish those properties? Or is it actually a political vendetta or a payback to Senator Doye Diri? The properties belong to Bayelsa State, not Senator Doye Diri.
Well, as you may know, the Rivers State government on Friday demolished the two properties of the Bayelsa State government located at number 5 and 9 Akasa Street, Old GRA, Port Harcourt. In a statement, the Rivers State Ministry of Lands and Survey said the demolition was because the buildings were constituting public nuisance and defacing the urban renewal infrastructural development policies of the area. The Rivers State government has joined other states to fault the plan by the federal government to cede the feeding and caring for inmates in custodial centers to states. State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Chris Finebone, told the Punch newspaper that appropriate procedures must be followed before the federal government can transfer the responsibility of managing custodial centers to states. He said the plan is not something that will be taken by its surface value because prisons are a fundamental issue like every other issue that is already on the exclusive list of the federal government. And away from it, the choice of the APC for the post of the Deputy Speaker in the yet-to-be inaugurated 10th National Assembly in Cal has justified the party's decision to cede the position to the Southeast geopolitical zone. The lawyer who represents Bende Federal Constituency in Abia is of the opinion that the APC should include Southeast in the scheme of things now in order not to get another poor turnout of votes from the zone in this. Meanwhile, Governor Sanwo-Olu endorsed Suabio and Barao Jibrin for the positions of State President and Deputy. Senator Akpabio, a former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, and Jibrin, represents Kano, have nominated by the AE for the Senate leadership positions. Governor Sanwo-Olu, while hosting both lawmakers, said Senator Akpabio and Mr. Jibrin are offering stability to the country, which would be of benefit to Nigerians. Still ahead, Rivers State understudies Lagos State procurement system. Stay tuned. Bassi, popularly known as Hilda Bassi, made a historic feat today when she broke the Guinness World Record for longest cooking time by an individual. As of 8:32 a.m. today, Miss Bassi has cooked for 88 hours and 32 minutes to surpass the previous record set by an Indian chef, Lata Tondon, in 2019. Well, the previous title holder cooked for 87 hours 45 minutes. Miss Bassi started her 4-day cooking marathon challenge on 11th May at the Amore Garden. The 27-year-old will keep cooking to extend the record to the 96th hour. And business, the Lagos State government has stressed the need for more effective collaboration and partnership among all regulatory public procurement agencies. The Lagos State Procurement Agency said this while addressing a delegation of officials of Rivers State Bureau of Public Procurement who was in Lagos State to understudy the e-governance procurement system of the state. Mr. Ona Fowode said the policy of giving 70% advance payments to contractors handling state government's projects is in order as long as there are adequate resources that will enable the government to meet its other financial obligations. In entertainment, was from performing overused language in the first performance. And in Barcelona won La Liga for the first time since 2019 by thrashing Espanyol 4-2 on Sunday, wrestling the title back from rivals Real Madrid. The Catalan Giants clinched their 27th Spanish championship at the home of their neighbours, with scenes turning ugly at full time as celebrating Barcelona players were chased from the field by pitch invaders.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa says there is extraordinary pressure on the country to abandon its non-aligned position on the war in Ukraine. In a weekly newsletter, Mr. Ramaphosa said South Africa will not take sides. His comments come days after the U.S. ambassador to South Africa, Ruben Breuk, ammunition to Russia, cited its first neutrality. While Mr. Ramaphosa has agreed to investigate the claim, but says there is no concrete evidence to support the allegations. On the news this afternoon, you heard that police have arrested a man for killing his mother in Elemi local government area of Rivers State. The Rivers State government has joined other states to fault the plan by the federal government to cede prisoners' feeding to states. Bayelsa State government says it will sue the Rivers State government over the demolition of its buildings in Port Harcourt. Nigerian chef hailed has broken Guinness World Cooking Record. Rivers State was in Lagos State to understudy the Lagos State procurement system. And on the foreign scene, South Africa says it will stay neutral on the Ukraine war. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I'm Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening. And do stay tuned. The sunny side comes up in a moment.
Stay on track with 90.